What is up, everybody? It's super exciting to be with you. A little bit of a new spin-off. That will be a short-term spin-off for now, at least. I'm here on the podcast. I'm going to be joined right here live at least once a month by my man Mad Mac, my own personal trainer, the personal trainer of the Young Dad podcast. Any dad that's looking to get right, you're going to want to listen to this conversation. It's going to be a good one. It's exactly what you think if you're thinking about it, listen to this. By the end of it, hopefully you'll be a little bit more convinced to make a move, do something different. So, Max, let's jump in. First, welcome. You've been on the podcast before, but it was many, many moons ago that you were. So tell people a little bit about you,
Yes, sir.
and just a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, brother. I appreciate it, Jay. Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Coach Max, Max Taylor. So first and foremost, I'm a husband and a father of two beautiful young ladies. Duty soldier, almost 22 years of service at this point, and I am a certified personal trainer, and I'm an online men's fat loss coach. I've been in business for about a year and a half now at this point, and it's one of my ultimate passions. Reason being is because I went through my own fitness transformation, and I saw what it did for me and how it helped me step up and become the man that my family truly needed. And I want to help other men do the
Love it.
exact
Could have
same
said it better
thing.
myself. And Max, your story is amazing. I will look up and find the conversation we had because it will give people like a full backstory on you and just about you in general. And I think it's really important for people to know and to hear like your story because it's definitely one story of resilience, overcoming, and just all the things that you battled through to get to where you are today. So, a great story. All right, well
Thank
let's
you,
start
man. I
here.
appreciate
Let's
it.
check in. So, about now, 3 weeks ago, 3-ish weeks ago, maybe 3.5, I randomly hit you up out of the blue. And I was like, look, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a change. You know, there's no coincidences. God makes no mistakes at all. And I was like, look, I'm looking for a change. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know
Amen.
exactly what I need to do, but I have no clue how to do it. Uh, I'm a big back. I'm fat. I'm overweight. I'm tired all the time. I'm sleepy all the time. No energy. All this shit going on. And I'm like, I want to change. Just so happened that you were about 3 business days away from starting the March into Fitness challenge, which was just
Yes, sir.
honestly at this point life changing. And it all just worked out. And so the challenge itself, can you kind of tell the people a little bit about what it was and what it entailed, and kind of like what you were hoping to do with it?
Yeah, man, for sure. So it's a 2-week challenge, and it's intended to help individuals like yourself get basically their warm up or their on ramp into fitness. So it's got structured workouts. It comes with structured nutrition and meal plans, and it comes with, and this is what I think is the cherry on top, is guidance and coaching from yours truly, right? And it's for 2 weeks. The intention is to help individuals lose somewhere between 3 to 5 pounds, about a half an inch off their waistline, get more energy, feel better, and learn the basics behind the foundations of fitness, right? And so my goal whenever I do these things is to help people either reintroduce themselves to fitness or learn about fitness and all the benefits that come with it. So that being said, Jay, I got to ask you,
I thought
man,
the
what
challenge was
did
really
you
cool.
think about the
Like I
2-week
like
challenge?
being able to see I like being able to see all the workouts, all the different challenges that were like there's like mini challenges within it. So there's like a bunch of side quests, which was really cool. It's like drink this much water today, or take this many steps today, or do this today, or do that today. Post here, do this, do that kind of thing. And I was like, whoa, that's a lot. But it was like really cool. Because it was so unique in that way, right? And there was so much like camaraderie in like our little group and our little challenge. Right? It's like we were always hyping each other up. One person finished a workout, everyone, went and did some emojis on it, right? One person had an achievement, hit all their workouts or hit their macros for the day or whatever. And it was just that camaraderie. So I love that part of it. And then just being able to see kind of like this is how much I should be eating or things like that. And then just like the like immediate change almost like in energy and just like how much better I was feeling like being back in the gym. The first couple days, not gonna lie, were kind of rough. It was like, whoa, this is different. But probably come like day 3, day 4, was feeling really good. And then Monday came around again. And I think I did it to myself after that first week where I played pickleball on Saturday and Sunday after that first week of workout. And so I definitely probably shot
Mm.
myself in the foot. I learned a lesson that weekend to maybe take it easy for a day. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and yeah, so, overall, it was really fun. It was definitely really eye-opening to kinda see how far I've regressed since the last time I was really active consistently and just how much progress I need to make, but it's but how simple the path is going forward at the same time.
No, I love that, Jeb. I think you hit the nail on the head, man. When you talk about those side quests and the side tasks, so the reason those are incorporated is to help the challenger, people like yourself, learn like the benefits of consuming enough water, of getting enough steps in, of mobility and stretching, like those different kinds of things. And so it really does teach you like the foundation and the basics behind fitness and healthy living. I'm super glad to hear that you really enjoyed the the 2 week challenge, and I think it's important to point out for people like this is something that you can do on your own time throughout the day because it's all delivered digitally, right? There's no like in-person requirements. You don't have to meet up with anybody anywhere for anything specific. It's all delivered through an app. It's all on your own time. As long as you get it done within your 24 hours, you can fit it into your schedule how you can fit it in, and then you can stack wins because you like you said, like you'll have your workout, you have your nutrition, and you have your small task. And that's just stacking wins and building confidence as you go throughout the
Most
day.
definitely. No,
And I
that
think you
was
definitely
a
felt
really
that,
good
man,
part
which
of
was
it too.
awesome.
Is just being able to stack those wins and stack it on top of each other and keep stacking it, and it was just really good overall, and just overall how good that felt to keep stacking those wins and to seeing the wins, and that was the best part of it too, was being able to do it on my time, like, when I was able to go to the gym and not feel like I'm locked in or I gotta be here at this time, at this place, and meet these expectations and do this many reps, and if I don't, then there's all this pressure that I'm gonna get yelled at or something like that along the way, whereas, like, as long as I'm actively doing all these things, like, I have to hold myself accountable, and I have to the only person that's here to push me is myself kinda thing, so I'm only gonna get as much out of this as I put in, and I think that's just, like, a big overall concept, like, takeaway for life, like, you get out of everything how much you put in. The more effort you put in, the better. If you start putting less and less effort in, well, it shows up. It shows up every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Jay, all that being said, man, I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, what's the biggest value from working with
So
me
far,
as an online coach
it's
so
definitely not
far?
having to think about anything. Like, I don't have to do the thinking part of it, right? Like, before, it's like going to the gym and you gotta think of, "Okay, what am I gonna do today? How many reps? How many sets? What machines? What exercises? What order?" All those things like that, right? And it's very easy, I think, for a lot of people to fall into, like, a gym routine that's just, "So I'm gonna go do 20 minutes of cardio,
Hmm.
I'm gonna do a half hour cardio on the same machine, doing the same thing on the same speed, at the same interval, same intensity, and then I'm gonna go lift the same weights, do the same thing and the same thing and the same thing over and over and over and over and over again 100 times or 365 days a year, right? But this, it switches all that up, right? Like the workouts, I just have to open the app, boom, workout. I open the app, boom, meal plan, nutrition, everything, right? It's all just right there. And the app's really cool too, because I can scan in almost anything. It doesn't have everything, but it has most things, most common store-bought items, and I can see all my macros and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
then when I'm putting in, like, a portion, like, if I want like, the other night, I wanted to eat some pasta. I made some pasta for the kids, for them to eat. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna eat some of this too." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do this looks like a serving
Yeah.
for me," and I put that in, I look at the macros, I was like, "Whoa, that's a lot." It adds and you don't think about that stuff, right?
Hmm.
Until you're
It can be.
actually looking
Yeah.
at it and you see the numbers and you see how they fit into, like, your meal plan and stuff. It's like, well, if I eat what looked to me like a decent serving, then I'm gonna absolutely go way over on carbs, or I'm gonna go way over on this, or I'm gonna go way over on that. And it really makes you think, and it makes you make those better decisions because you can see exactly what you're eating when you're eating it, and how that's gonna affect your overall, like, meal plan and everything, and just your day as a whole. I think that part's really nice, just to be able to take all the guesswork out of it.
Nice, man. Nice, man. So you would say the simplicity, like reducing that decision fatigue and making it super
Yeah,
simple.
yeah,
All you got to
exactly.
do
You just
is
gotta
look at
follow
the
the
plan and
steps, right?
follow along.
And the part of that too is, like,
Awesome.
it's up to you. Like, if you wanna do it
Yeah.
and you're committed to it, then the only person that it's on is you as the individual, and you only get as much out of it as you put in. And I think that's a great concept to, like, live by, because you only get as much out of something as you put in. So
Awesome. No, I think that's pretty damn well said, Jay. Man, so I got to ask you. You mentioned earlier the camaraderie. You mentioned the other competitors. So what was or what is the vibe like having the one-on-one coaching, the clients only chat, and the Facebook group all together? Like, how
it's
do you
so
feel when you
useful,
have those
right?
three
Like one thing that you
different?
always say in all the things is like what gets celebrated gets repeated because like you get all that. Like you message me
Yes.
and I get direct feedback from you first. It's like, dude, great job, killing it, great job. And then then it automatically pops up in the group chat, like the client chat, right? It pops up in our chat and everyone
Yep.
sees it. It sees each other's stuff.
No.
Everyone see each other's workout, if they hit their macros and everything that each other's doing, right? And we could be like, holy shit, dude, like good job, like you're on that path, um like I didn't even know what's his name was working toward a marathon, but then I looked. Then you said that and mentioned it, and I saw his like mile time. Like, dude, this dude's gonna
Yep.
fucking crush that marathon he's working toward. Like, he's gonna do so good. Like, he's gonna absolutely crush.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really cool. Being able to see each other's progress and whatnot. Then
Yeah.
the Facebook group is really cool because we can kind of crowdsource ideas and stuff, right? Like, I post random questions in there of just like what I'm thinking about. It's like, oh, I'm really craving pizza, guys. Help me out. How can I still have pizza but make it healthy, right? Or I put, how can I take my black coffee from just boring old plain Jane black Death Wish coffee and add a little something to it so that it's not overly sugary, overly like gonna crush my macros or stuff and things like that, but it's gonna be good still. So being able to have the Facebook group, it like keeps
Yeah.
it all stays in there too. So it's like, oh, I can go back, I can get feedback, I can put comments in on my workouts. Like if something's like I can't like right now, like I'll admit it, I don't have great hip mobility at all. Like terrible hip mobility and terrible hip strength. And it's like we're adjusting as we go. And we keep adjusting. Like today, you wanted me to try something. I still tried it. I gave it my best, but I still couldn't do it. It's like, okay, let's take that back. Let's take it even down a little bit lower then. If
Yeah.
we got to scale back in this one area, great. But then even today, I hit a new PR with my dumbbell squat, right? In the weight I was holding while squatting. I went from 20 to 25.
Hell yeah.
That felt really good. Like I felt that really
Hell
good
yeah.
today. And my legs, lower body
That's
earlier this
awesome.
week, that was not good. My legs and my lower body felt like jello after because I think you put a um 30-minute intensity walk after that one. I was like, what is this is BS. You want me to
Mm-hmm.
do all this whole lower body workout, but then I have to walk at this certain pace, so I had to put the incline up on the treadmill and I had to crank it up. And I was like, this sucks. And I'm like, my legs are already jello,
Yeah.
and I
It's,
felt it all day. The next day, I woke up feeling fine. Like, I feel fine the next
yeah.
day, which is really cool
Yeah.
too. Like, I'm not feeling so sore. Like, some days, yeah, a couple times where it's like, oh, my shoulders, a little bit rough. I had to lower the weight. If you're looking at my weights, like, I'm still hitting reps, but my weight's low. Shoulders are kind of toast today. And so it's like being able to just work through all that
That's
stuff in real
okay.
time is like
That's okay.
probably one of the best vibes overall.
Right on. So Jay, so two things on some of the stuff you just said there that I want to capitalize on. So number one, anybody who's listening who's interested, it's called the Dad Bod Demolition Crew on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. It's called the Dad Bod Demolition Crew. Search for it. If you see my picture on the cover and it says Dad Bod Demolition in big red letters, you definitely have the right group. Men only, but go ahead and come on in. We'll treat you right. Second thing I want to talk about is so you talk about the walking after you work out on a lower body day, but you felt fine the next day. So there's some science behind that. And I'll break it down real quick. If you do your cardio before you lift, you're going to pre-exhaust your muscles and they're going to be weaker whenever you go to lift your weights. You're not going to be able to lift as much and you're going to get extra sore. But if you do like we're doing, you put your cardio on the back end of your workout, especially if it's something like walking, what it's going to do is actually going to increase the blood flow in your lower body and help with that recovery. That's why you
Makes
felt
sense.
better the
Yeah, I've
next
even
day than you
noticed,
did the
like,
day of.
in how I'm, like, walking and striding and everything, like, my steps feel I don't know if this is gonna make sense to, like, people listening, but, like, my steps feel stronger, and, like, my strides feel a little bit longer, and, like, I feel like I'm walking at, like, a bit of a faster pace too. Like, if I wanna walk slower, I can walk slower. If I want to speed up and walk a little bit quicker and whatnot, like I have no problem with that. Like it doesn't. I'm not getting tired, or like I don't start breathing heavy or anything, right? Like I just feel like really, really good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear it, Jay. So, Jay, we talked about this yesterday, and we pitched the idea of doing your check-in response
Let's do
live
it.
on the podcast. So, if you're cool, I want to go through that with you for just a minute here. All right, man. All right, so for everybody who's listening, what clients will do is they will receive a check-in form with a questionnaire once a week. They will respond to that, and once I review it and I'll look through their progress for the week, I'll respond to them with a check-in response. And this is typically how it will go. So for Jay, hey brother, good work. Another 1.5, now 2 pounds down this week. That is excellent. So that puts you at 5 pounds down in less than 16 days. That's a good sustainable rate, all right? I did adjust your meal plan to continue to help with your fat loss. You will see some easy fan favorites on there, like chicken ball, easy breakfast tacos, things like that. Each of them takes less than 15 minutes to prepare. Jay, and I'm saying this as we're recording this at almost 10 p.m. at night, but I see that you said you're struggling with sleep and balance, right? Look, I get it. Busy dads, right? We're always going to sacrifice sleep. I want you to aim for at least 6 hours, and that will keep your appetite down and help you avoid junk food snacking. The reason for this is we have a hunger hormone. It gets out of whack whenever our sleep's crazy and we're not getting enough rest, and it tells your body to eat more in order to make up for that energy expenditure. The more sleep you get, the less active that hormone is. Okay. All right, for your workouts, brother. So you're doing an amazing job showing up for yourself, and that's what matters. I want you to continue with your consistent work over time. Keep the communication open as we have been, and let me know when you experience those issues, and we will implement some solid substitutions like we have been in order to allow you to build up. Okay. All right. Last but not least, let's talk just a little bit about the way ahead. So for your nutrition, I'm super proud of you for meal prepping and taking your food with you, right? That is the key to unlock your success. Dialing in that food and staying consistent with things you love to eat that are also supportive of your goals. Your home. Yeah, that's right. Your home. Lean protein. So you look ahead at the plan in the app, look at the workouts that are coming up. Let me know if you have any questions on any of those. And then for your food, always look, where's my lean protein source? Eat half of it, eat the rest of your food, and then finish with the last half of your lean protein source. Any questions whatsoever, go ahead and drop them in the app and I'll respond. Let's go. So that's how the
Um,
check-in goes. Any questions for the
no, I
check-in?
I definitely I realized I didn't take lunch today, and I went to see my wife because she had family night for work today, so she had to
Mhm.
take 2 lunches. And the first lunch, I was at the gym, so I didn't see her. But then I went started seeing her for the second lunch, and I hadn't ate. The only thing I've had today at that point was a bunch of water and a protein shake and then some caffeine. No, 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 wait, no, never mind. I'm kidding. I had breakfast this morning. I had breakfast. I stopped
Yeah,
at a Subway and grabbed like a flatbread, like turkey and egg, like and cheese thing. So I did eat this morning. Okay, I forgot. I lied. And then I had like some milk.
nice,
Like I had a chocolate milk, one of those Nesquik with like protein
nice.
in it. I had one of those. So that was breakfast. And then I hadn't ate since
Okay.
the morning, so around like 9 o'clock until like 4. And I'm like, crap, I didn't grab a thing. Right now my meal prep is chicken wings
Mhm.
and some potatoes I made, like seasoned up potatoes and stuff in the oven. So good. So good. I'm like, I didn't have one. And so she convinced me to get Jimmy John's, which wasn't terrible. And also, did you know that Jimmy John's
Yeah,
will toast your sandwich?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's new. Jimmy John's would do hot sandwiches. And then I didn't know, I don't know if you know this, but if you're close to going over on carbs for
on
the
which,
day,
yeah.
you can get your sandwich called,
Yeah,
it's
I
called
wasn't sure.
unwich, and they'll lettuce wrap your sandwich for you.
I
So
wasn't like
that's a
close at
good
the time, but
option
then
if you're
after I was
close to
done
going
eating,
over.
I put the sandwich in and then I went over on my fat. I went way over on my fat because I got an Italian,
Hmm.
which has like the fatty meat.
Yeah.
Because I just was like, she knows my order, right? So she ordered what I always
Hmm.
get. But there were vegetables on it. I will admit that there were some veggies on it. There was a little bit of lettuce. I ate the chicken wrap from Wendy's yesterday. There was a little
Nice,
bit of
bro.
lettuce on it. So I will admit, I'm trying to think chicken, turkey.
Nice, man.
Yeah, chicken, turkey. For the people that are wondering like what a lean protein is, define like what exactly a lean protein is. Because I think of chicken, but what else are like a leaner source of protein?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So the easiest way to think about it is that anything that's lighter in color is going to be a leaner protein source. Anything that's darker in color is going to be a fattier protein source. So if you're looking at a hamburger versus a chicken sandwich, the chicken sandwich is going to be leaner. If you're looking at a salmon versus like a tilapia or tuna, the tilapia or tuna is going to be a leaner source versus your salmon. So things like that. That's the easiest way to remember like what's a leaner protein source versus a fattier protein source. Chicken, turkey, definitely leaner than pork. So like that's how I tend to like explain it. Just the lighter in the color, the lighter it is on fats. The darker in color, the heavier it is in fats.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. Because every time I put in that I eat like steak or anything, it always pops out real heavy. So
It definitely depends on what cut of steak and do you trim the
yeah,
fat first and all these
yeah.
different things, right? But
But
yeah,
cool. Well, anything else that you want to go over from the last? We're what?
right on, Jay.
Wrapping up week 3 right now, technically.
Yeah,
So wrapping up week 3.
that's right. Technically 3 weeks,
Yep.
but really just
So yeah,
week
week
one of
3
your
of my
personal
personal
program.
one of my personal program.
So if it's cool, I like to make extend the olive branch just a little bit, Jay. So for any one of Jay's listeners, if you hit me up on Instagram and you say, I heard you on Jay's podcast, I'm interested in signing up. And if you sign up with me, I will give you 1 month free of coaching, and Jay will get 1 month of free coaching as well. So Jay, anybody send my way and you say, tell them Jay sent you. And if they end up signing up, both them and
Yeah, and you
yourself will get
can't
one
beat
month
like
of
a
free
free
coaching.
month. Like if it's just a month, like that's very little commitment. And if it's free, then
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna fail out after 2 weeks, then I mean, that's on you. Like it's this whole thing, and that's what I really want to drive home here, right? Like you will only go as far with this as you're motivated to go. Like I think Chris, if he listens to this, I mean, obviously we'll post a link in the Facebook group and stuff. But Chris is so fucking motivated. Like dude is so fired up. Like
he's
he
fired up.
knows he said the perfect thing today, right? He said something over progress over perfection, right?
Yeah.
Progress over perfection. And it's like I look at my progress
Yes.
pictures and even one of my buddies at work, he mentioned it. He's like, dude, I see it in your face. Like your skin looks clearer, your skin looks more smooth, and your face is like way thinner. Like your face is thinner than it was 3 weeks ago. So I'm looking at these progress pictures, and I think, of course, that own version of like self, what's it called, like body dysmorphia and whatnot. Like it's really hard to see it in yourself. Plus, like other people around you like
Hmm.
notice it. Um, and then like everyone noticed it too at work. So now I got my haircut and I wear like headbands and stuff. They're like, okay, this new Joel and everything, wearing headbands and everything. And I'm like, guys, it's not that serious. But no, Chris, I think is the perfect example of just like how like he's all in, right? He's in, his wife's in, his family's in. He's fully all the way committed, right? He's
Yes.
so committed to the program, to himself, to making this work, to getting the absolute most out of it and making these long sustained changes. Like he was even fired up to go grocery shopping.
Absolutely.
When's the last time you heard a dude was fired up to go grocery shopping? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I
Like
don't know. He's a kind of, yeah.
yeah, but that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like
know.
that's
He's a
what this
different
can
kind
bring
of
out in
animal.
you, right? That's what this whole program and working with you can bring out. And you can bring that out in you to where you're like, oh shit, I'm fired up to go to the grocery store. Go give me some meal prep. Go, make me this weird ass smoothie that I'm seeing on the app that I've never had before, but looks good or things like that. Like I made some bomb food from the app too, dude. Like my favorite probably is the chicken quesadillas. Those were
Yeah,
bomb.
man. Those are you. Yeah, those look pretty good. We made them the other day.
I
Did
didn't do
you did
stuffed bell
you mess
peppers,
around with
but
stuffed bell peppers
I
too?
found a love for bell peppers by putting it in chicken quesadillas and whatnot. So that's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
like a
yeah.
new like thing too. Like trying to like
Yeah,
find
man.
vegetables that I do like
Yeah, dude.
versus ones I don't. Because I tried lettuce again today and I'm like, I just can't do it. Like I'm one of the weirdest people on earth. But I can smell the lettuce and I can taste the lettuce.
No, like I believe it because it is crunchy. So you
No, the
probably
crunch
like
is
with
fine.
the
I can do
crunch, you're
crunchy. I
probably
can do
like, I think
jalapenos,
that's
peppers,
probably what tastes it.
pepperoncinis,
So I get it,
pickles,
man.
all those other crunchy like vegetables, right? But it's just something. It's the taste and the
Just
smell
not lettuce.
of it. It's the taste and the smell of lettuce. No matter where it's from, it's just I just mentally can't do it. And I'm like, I will find other vegetables. I will eat more fruits. I will do whatever else.
Gotcha. I got you. I
Yeah,
got you. Yeah, definitely fruits is going to be useful for you, man, for sure,
yeah.
because that helps
I never met a
offset
fruit I didn't like.
the carb
I never met a
requirements.
fruit I
So
didn't
yeah,
like.
that'd definitely be
So,
helpful for sure.
but
But
cool, man.
yeah.
Well, like Max said, You mentioned for them to hit you up on Instagram. What is that Instagram? What's that handle?
Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, so everybody, you can find me on Instagram at MadMaxFitness84. You can find me on TikTok at MadMaxFitness84. You can find me on Facebook, MadMaxFitFam, as in Fit Family, but Fit Fam. Because for some reason, Facebook didn't like MadMaxFitness84. I don't know why. So,
Lame. But anyways, well, perfect, Max. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up again to the listeners. If you want to
yeah.
get that free month, you go hit Max up. Tell him that you heard him on the Young Dad podcast, and then also go listen to episode 149 of the podcast from September of 2024. That doesn't
149.
feel that long ago, but somehow it's that long ago. It feels like a long time ago. 6 months now, but it feels like
But 6 months now?
it's longer than that. I don't know why. This was coming out when I was going,
Yeah.
I think September. Yeah, that's when I like mad released everything. So I think it was backlogged for a little bit. But yeah, episode 149. You can hear
Yeah.
Max's story of just
Yeah.
everything he overcame. The title of the episode is 149: overcoming alcoholism: Max's story of resilience. So definitely go and hit that up. It is a great story, and it's so recent too, like January 2023. You think about that, 2 years ago, right, is when Max's journey started. And look at where he is now. My journey started 3 weeks ago. Your journey starts today, tomorrow. Why wait? There's no reason to keep waiting. There's no reason to keep putting it off. Just start today, and yourself tomorrow will thank you. Of course, man.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.